Are you tired of jumping between websites to track the stock market? You don't have to. With the latest ChatGPT models, you can access real-time stock market insights all in one place. Let me show you how I built my own personalized stock market tracker using just a simple 3-word prompt. It delivers the latest stock market summary, upcoming events, social media and news sentiments, the insider trading signals, the analyst ratings for all the stocks I own. So, without further ado, let's get started. So for my stock market report, I wanted it to contain 2 parts. Number 1, the overall market status with any upcoming events that can impact the stock market. And number 2, for all my stocks, I wanted a quick summary in a table format against these different indicators, followed by a detailed analysis of each stock. Well, there is an endless list of analysis you can do with ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you some and we'll pick the most relevant ones for our report. So for the overall market, let's start with the stock summary. So this was recorded at the end of the trading day. It's telling me that SnP and NASDAQ, they both went up, but the Dow went down. Technology was the primary reason for the gains, whereas healthcare contributed to Dow's decline. Also, investors are closely watching the economic data and Federal Reserve decisions. So you can also check for sector performances. So in this case, technology, consumer discretionary, communication services, they all went up and rest of the sectors had a negative day. Here I'm asking for any upcoming events with title, description, dates, and expected market outcome. And events like these, such as employment growth, Federal Reserve meeting, the Q4 earnings season, the CPI index, the federal budget announcement, they all could have a very significant impact on the stock market. And for my next set of prompts, I'm going to use Archer Aviation as an example. The stock went bonkers recently and it's currently consolidating. Archer is basically an eVTOL company, which stands for Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing. It has investments from companies like Stellantis, Boeing, United Airlines, and it has orders from companies like Soracle, Air Chateau, United Airlines, and US Air Force. Let's start with some technical analysis. So you can immediately see that it's giving you moving averages, the RSI, which suggests that it is overbought, your support and resistance levels, the volume analysis. Overall, it's showing strong bullish signals, but the other indicators suggest caution. So we all know what happened with GameStop in January 2021 and how strongly it was correlated to the social media. So let's do a quick social media sentiment check on achr. So there is about 16% increase in social media mentions and about 160% rise in Wall Street bets post. That suggests growing interest. Okay, now let's check the analyst ratings. It has 5 buys, 1 hold with an average price target of 933 and a high of 1250. One of the reasons why the stock jumped recently was when Needham initiated the coverage. Overall, the analysts are pretty positive about the growth. Okay, now let's check the news sentiments. So ACHR has a mixed sentiment as of now with both positive and negative news. So on the positive side, more analysts are endorsing ACHR, and operationally it is doing pretty well. They completed 400 flights this year ahead of its schedule, so that's great. And on the negative side, the Stellantis, who is a key investor in Archer, its CEO recently resigned, and that possibly contributed to about 24% decline in early December. Also, the recent collapse of German air taxi maker Lilium highlights the risk. Now let's check the insider activities in ACHR. So Stellantis, who is a major shareholder in Archer, they had been constantly buying shares. So on August, they bought worth 10 million, July 55 million, and in March about 20 million. Whereas the CEO, he has sold about 14 million worth of shares in November. So let's check the upcoming events for Archer. And looks like it's only giving me its earning release calendar, probably influenced by my search history. So I specifically asked it to include product launches and certifications, and you can see it included the certification completion, the manufacturing facility completion, the launch of commercial air taxi services in UAE. So that's great. So Joby is one of the key competitors of Archer, and if you look at their business model, Archer has strategic partnerships for manufacturing, whereas Joby is developing more of its component in-house. Archer has collaboration with United Airlines and Stellantis, whereas Joby has significant investments from Toyota. They both plan to start their commercial operation in 2025, but if you look at the valuation, Joby is 3 times more expensive than Archer. Both the companies are in pre-revenue stage, incurring significant operating expenses, but if you look at the year-to-date performance, Archer is up 98%, whereas Joby is down 25%. So we have seen various different prompts. Let's pick some of them and put together a complete report for one of the stocks, and later on we will replicate it. So I've included the chart, the market sentiment, the insider activities, then the analyst ratings, the social media sentiments, and upcoming events. And you can see that it's pretty much combining all of them together in one simple report. Finally, it's time to build our complete report. And for the overall market report, let's get the complete market indicator and any upcoming events. And for the personalized stock, let's get a summary overview of each stock in a table format. And then finally, we are going to add the detailed analysis prompts for the report. And once you put it all together, it will look something like this. And don't worry, it will be in the description and you can always copy and modify it to your liking. All right, let's run the complete prompt, and you can see that it's giving us the overall market description with upcoming events. Then I also have the most important stock summary in the table format, followed by detailed description of each stocks. By the way, charts are sometimes a hit and miss, so you can try to include charts, but they may or may not show up, and just be mindful of it. So finally, it's time to build our 3 words custom prompt. So click on your name, customize ChatGPT, and on this custom instructions text box, just type whenever I ask for the stock market report, answer in 2 parts, and just paste the whole thing which we just built immediately below that and hit save. And it will look something like this. And remember to replace these stocks with your own list of stocks. So finally, it's time now to run our 3 words prompt. Just type stock market report and hit enter, and voila, you get your reports with all the analysis we have just seen. So the only irritating part is you would notice that how it actually shortens some of the detailed analysis, because if you try to add more and more prompts, it tries to condense all the information in its answer. So let's just quickly fix that. So after you get the report, you can place a very generic request, for example, to double the report length, or you can go to your prompts and ask it to customize certain section with slightly larger number of words. Or if you are a pro user, you can take advantage of ChatGPT's latest canvas feature. So you can select any of the section, and on the right hand corner toolbox, just select adjust the length and make it longer. That's it, everybody. If you like this video or if you have any interesting prompt, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.